welcome to episode 6 of the two-man game. This is called the Miami LeBron episode.
What?
Huh? What? You know LeBron holds 6 on his back?
Oh yeah, true. I feel you.
Yeah, it's the Miami episode.
Yeah, because the Heat retired 23 in it.
Yeah, of course, you know, obviously, someone's GOAT.
The GOAT?
Someone's GOAT.
I mean, most rational thinkers, GOAT.
Who's that?
Hey, it's MJ.
I'm sure someone was 23 before him.
I
don't care for LeBron. Oh, I don't care for that argument right now. Let's move on. Let's introduce. Let me just.
Wasn't even an argument.
It's an argument. It's an argument. Yes, it is.
It's a soft argument.
Philosophical argument in what terms?
I didn't say philosophical. I said soft argument.
A soft. Like soft challenge.
Yeah, it's a soft challenge.
So let's introduce our guest.
Okay, the Croydon Curry. You give him space. You're gonna put it in your eye. I've helped that personally, so has everyone else on this podcast.
No, only you?
No.
How many have you eaten?
I mean, too many to count, but you know, I'm getting there. But that's because guys keep sagging off on the screen. I don't know, that's a story for a different day. But you know, the Croydon Curry, the Mr. Handles, got Ruby. FIFA dons will know that. But yeah,
Happy to be here.
It's got his KD shirt on, but KD. I don't think that represents who he is as a player.
You should have Curry.
There's nothing like KD, man.
Still the freeze.
You're still the... Okay, whatever, man. Not that I've eaten them, so I don't know. I don't even know how the freeze...
When you get you the screen, you run away. You
that's
sag off all the way to the basket.
That's called intelligence.
No.
That's called intelligence. Why would I eat something when I know I don't need to?
So what would you going to leave Steph Curry open for? You're going to contest him?
I'm going to give him the open one, so I don't get in the film. I don't want to be in the film with Steph Curry.
Steph Curry free poster.
Yeah, I don't want to be in no poster. Let me ask you some quick fire questions.
This weak guy.
To introduce you to two-man game.
Yep.
So introduction. Okay, Ronaldo or Messi?
Ronaldo.
What a guy.
So it's going to be a poor episode. LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan.
Larry or Magic?
Magic.
City or Liverpool?
Liverpool.
Mayweather or Ali?
Mayweather.
Money mate.
Fury or AJ?
Fury.
Pep or Klopp?
Pep.
That's that one. That's probably the toughest one.
Lakers or Clippers?
We got Lakers.
You're gonna go Lakers?
La.
I'm so happy that you're on this episode. We can really discuss this. And the last question: football, basketball, or boxing?
Basketball, of course.
Obviously, that's basketball. Basketball guy, of course.
I mean, see me, I'm a three-pronged attack, so I could do all three.
He's a free punk. Well, what a guy, man. You're a special guy, you know.
So everyone's special.
Huh?
Everyone's special in their own little way, you know.
How am I special then? You tell me how I'm special.
Hey, your banter is very unique.
Oh, let's not do this.
It's very unique.
Don't make love to me, Doug. You got girls for that.
Hey, leave it out.
You got girls for that, Doug. You don't need to be saying that to me, man. You got actually girls for that.
You right in the house.
You just know what this guy's head is. Somewhere should it
If
be.
I ask you about your weekend plans,
My weekend plans to, live life to the fullest.
it's not a week when you're not on the streets, Doug. Instead of you to be focusing on this pod,
I'm focused on this pod. I'm on Instagram daily. I'm watching
babes.
I'm watching shows. I'm watching football, basketball, boxing all at the same time. I'm putting in work. Are you putting the same work?
So what's your football knowledge this week?
Well, I just think it's elite. I mean, James Rodriguez going to Everton. Alan as well. Decoy just signed on today. This is the 8th September. Whew.
So Everton rebuild their midfield.
We built completely. Got Carlo Ancelotti at the helm. I mean, James Rodriguez follows Carlo wherever he goes. Don Carlo. For the Rossoneri. I never met his man.
Is he the only manager to win Champions League at
3 different clubs.
Is it 3 different clubs?
Yeah, 3 different clubs.
Do you know what those clubs are?
Milan. Chelsea? No, he wasn't Chelsea manager. Madrid? He won one with Madrid. He didn't win one with Bayern. I can't remember the last one.
I'm feeling flat.
Was he as a player that he won that one?
He won as a player with Ace Man as well. But for manager, I have to go back on that one. I can't figure.
You said Champions Leagues. Ancelotti's Champions Leagues. Let me check that out.
So it's 3 different clubs.
It might be 2.
No, I think it's 3.
There's Milan, there's Madrid, there's no PSG, there's no Bayern.
Yeah, give me the third one,
Chelsea.
I think Chelsea was
I think it might have been, no, not Juve.
He's won it 3 times. Twice with Milan,
Okay.
once with Real Madrid. Okay, yeah. You're trying to trick me, man. Don't try to
Trick
trick me.
question.
It's not football knowledge. Look what you're doing. Letting out the viewers. You see this?
Hey.
Made's not doing his research. He's not doing it.
Don
Melo
Carlo.
May, no research this
Don
week.
Carlo. Shout out Don Carlo.
All you do is shouting him out.
Hey,
Research the
I'll
man.
get an AC Man jerseys. I'll get it here, G.
They're bringing it on next episode, though. Okay.
Yeah, so Everton, they made some good signings. They're splashing the cash. I mean, didn't they get our old investor? I can't remember his name.
Oh, so Mashuri?
No, the other one. Remember the guy that wanted to buy more stake?
Yeah, it's Mashuri. It's
No,
Mashuri.
it's not Mashuri.
It is.
No, it's not Mashuri. His name's not Mashuri. That's the one at Everton, but the one that Arsenal had before with Stan Kroenke, but they didn't. They blocked him from buying.
We're talking about
shares.
Everton.
Yeah, but he's linked in with Everton as well. I think. But I said
He's a Russian one.
I think so. Yeah. What's his name again?
I don't know, man. I can only remember.
I can't remember his name. Anyways, I digress. Josh will find his name.
I'll find his name while you're doing
Yeah, but
it.
Everton, they're going good stuff. Hopefully they can have a top 6, top 4 push. Still got Richarlison. Still got Calvert-Lewin. Got Michael Keane. They loaned Tomori.
This is the investor, man.
No, the other guy is helping with them as well.
Usmanov. Is it?
Usmanov, yeah. I don't think he's an official investor, but he was helping him.
He's in there? Oh, I didn't know that.
I think he's affiliated with them somewhere. But yeah, Everton, they made some good signs. What do you think, Ruby?
Yeah, they look decent. Look, obviously better than the signings they made last year, where they literally just signed 2 players at the same position that play the same exact way. But top 6, maybe. I'm not entirely sure.
Everton just splash cash to be mid-table these
Yeah,
days.
exactly.
And they just buy the same stylistic players, you know, all those cams, and they lack substance.
Yeah, but the Curry and Allen will give him substance. Let's not cap.
Let's hope. We hope so. We have to hope, you know.
I mean, they finally replaced. They used to have Gay in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They replaced Gay. Those guys will protect their defense well.
Man, they got Tomori coming in
As well.
possibly. Let's just see, man. I don't really hold any stakes in Everton and I expect them to do anything big. It's the same way, mate. Everton and Tottenham, they're in the same bracket for me. I don't hold no stocks in them. I don't trust them in the big moments. I don't expect anything from them. And they got 2 legendary managers there who are coming to the end of their careers. Some say they're tactical dinosaurs, but let's see what happens this season, because if they both fail at these projects here, where do they go? International football?
Mourinho needs to go back to Italy. He wants to be at club level. I've said it for many times. He's a finished dinosaur. The game has passed him by. His management skills don't work on his players anymore. I mean, I said when he's managing United, he wants to play defensive football at times. Pogba, Martial, Rashford, they didn't grow up playing style football. And if you're not going to bring immediate results, they're not going to hear it. Go to Italy where they appreciate your mannerisms. They appreciate your style of football. They appreciate everything about. Because when Inter Milan, he was loved. Italy, they still play they're still defensive oriented. That's just in their DNA.
Well, if you look at the stats, they score more goals.
They're improving, but they're still mainly defensive oriented. They can accept that. You know what I mean?
I think, have you been watching the All or Nothing documentary? You said, have you been watching it?
I need to watch it.
If I'm watching a documentary, Mourinho's management skills they don't scream bad manager to me. He looks a bit.
Like I said, his management skills not good anymore.
He's a bit like, it's kind of
He's
like
not
historic.
He's a dinosaur. He's old school. I mean, he can only really manage experienced players who need to win.
Just goes to that nice guys don't win. Nice guys. That's his go-to. I don't care about nice guys. We want tactics. I want you to actually show us what your game plan is, what your idea is. Man, you're saying that we should complain to the refs. That's not helping us right now. It's not helping Spurs. Spurs will never win the way Mourinho's trying to play. Like, I don't know. Mourinho's stuck in this place where he's like, okay, he knows his tactics are prehistoric, but yeah, he wants to be modern. Like, remember when he was a pundit, he was talking all these things, he was talking all these innovative tactics and things, but he just doesn't do it when he has to, when it counts.
No,
Mourinho
can break down tactics of both teams, but the stuff that he should do, he doesn't do. He does his stuff. Like, he'll tell you all the tactics and what needs to be done, but he'll go down his way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has to be the Mourinho way, because you know
he's stubborn, man.
He's stubborn.
He's stubborn.
The spotlight's all about him. I mean,
And that can frustrate a lot of players.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, it's a shield.
So for what?
For those players that don't like the spotlight, maybe Mourinho thinks that if he takes the spotlight, his players are protected.
No, because he takes spotlights and throws his players under the bus. Like, he shouts them out in the press conferences. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mourinho's one of the greatest managers to ever live. I mean, in my opinion, he's definitely a top 7 manager of all time. I'll argue top 5. I mean, you know, his Champions League, you know, he travelled with Porto, but the Champions League trophy he won is one of the most high value championships you will ever, or trophies you ever see. It's just pure value. You know, the circumstances, the conditions, the teams he was managing. They had no right whatsoever to win that Champions League, and he did. But that was 2004, and this is 2020. So,
you forgot what year you're in.
You know what I mean? So
Just like everything.
But so Ruben, you're here now. Who do you think could win this league? You know, this Premier League that's coming up. This COVID Championship, another one.
I'll give it to Liverpool.
You still think Liverpool?
Back to back.
Liverpool. Yeah, I'll give it back to back.
Back to back. My issue with Liverpool, and I think just discussing it with a lot of people, is that it's the same squad. The squad hasn't really had any turnover in the last 2 years. It's very settled, but at the same time, you know, a level of complacency. Sometimes you need fresh blood to keep the players on the ball. Because if I'm a Liverpool player and I'm in the starting level, I know I'm gonna play. Like, there's not much turnover. There's not much competition for places. I don't think there's the same hunger there was for this championship this year as they won it. Because you know, when they missed out the year before, they were hungry.
Yeah.
This year they were very hungry. Like think about all the results they got when they shouldn't have won. Like they wanted this championship so bad. And now it's like the third year in the cycle, and you know what happens. Like, it's tiring. You've been here before. You've done it before. Drained. Mentally, you're drained. Look at City. City are not the same. They won it 2 years in a row. Last season they played quite poorly. They fell apart. They gave up midway through the season, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, the difference when now, because before you used to be the hunter, now you're the hunted. It's a different ball game. And Liverpool at the mountain top, the only way they can go really is downwards. Ideally, and they haven't replenished their squad. Like the great Sir Alex Ferguson said, even when he won championships, he would buy players, 1 or 2 players, just to keep everyone on edge, to stop that complacency as much as possible. Like they won a different championship, the league title in 2001, they go Sam Minister way. You know, I think the following year they won again, or when they won the title in 2003, they go Sam Ronaldo. You mean you make signings that let people know that your place ain't secure. You need to pattern up, because if you don't, this boy's gonna come take that spot. And if I haven't done that, I mean, for their case, hopefully they get Thiago. I want to see Thiago in the Premier League, one of the best CMs in the world right now.
I thought they've done it with Minamino. Bringing Minamino.
Oh, they put him in.
They bought Minamino in. I don't know. But let's give him. He's had 6 months to acclimatise himself. Well, 8, 9.
As much as you can.
And then let's see what he does this season. He scored against Arsenal in the Community Shield.
Yeah, everyone scores against Arsenal.
He looked sharp. He looked sharp.
He's a good player. He was good at Salzburg.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, everyone scores against Arsenal. That's not cheap.
But yeah. No, it's good to get your first goal on the board. You know, give you that confidence.
Sure, you can change everything.
Maybe we'll introduce, but obviously some people complain. The complain about Firmino as an issue. It's like he doesn't score enough. I believe there's a Salah Mane dynamic where there's they don't get on. Obviously, Wijnaldum in his last year of his contract, he might leave. So there's a bit of turnover. The squad is getting older.
Still.
But yeah, I can see why people think Liverpool win the league. It's not my choice personally.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think I would go with City this season.
I agree.
But there's some issues there that you might want to address. You know, centre back. Some people say they need a centre back.
They bought one on the verge of buying 2, if you believe the reports.
If you believe Koulibaly, do you think Koulibaly will be good in the Prem?
I think it would.
Yes.
Yeah, at least he's not playing Fernandinho.
Yeah, the centre back. Yeah, there's a bit of a shaky one with Fernandinho, but he's good. Yeah, I think they need a left back as well.
Yeah,
they do.
In the left back, but yeah, I think City they're the best equipped to challenge whatever Liverpool, City, and then maybe Chelsea. That's the wild card this season.
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Definitely, Chelsea are probably the biggest, but it's their defense that just needs to shore up, because even though they did sign Thiago Silva, his partner, you don't know who you're gonna pick.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about Zuma. I'm not sure about Rudiger. Probably is the best option.
Rudiger. You think Rudiger's the best option? I think Rudiger looked shaky.
Who's the best option then, if it's not Rudiger?
Yeah.
He was very shaky at the end of the day.
Ask the question, who's the best option if it's not Rudiger?
I would go Zuma.
You say Zuma?
Good, I could.
I think, but maybe I can see Chelsea playing Thiago Silva and Christensen, because I think Christensen...
He's solid. He's just
He's very solid. It's just that he has issues. Christensen has deficiencies in the Premier League, which is strength. Maybe Thiago Silva can help him master that. He can learn from him. That would be the way that it could happen.
Good as great Thiago Silva's been, don't be surprised if he struggles in the Premier. The pace of the Premier is magic.
But if you're a great defender,
he's 35G.
I think Thiago Silva, as a defender, defenders normally play later on in age, and they age later, innit? Their prime is a bit later.
That's true, but coming to the Prem, the physicality, the quick pace of the Prem, you get caught on counter-attacks. I don't know if he can...
But he catches on against that Bayern defence.
That final.
He played well in that final.
Yeah,
he can keep it. He can keep up.
I'm saying you can play well against Bayern, that's fine. But I'm talking about the Premier League. Everyone's gonna be quick. When you get to the what's it called? The winter months. You got like a game every 2-3 days. It's gonna be mad. 35 years old.
I don't foresee him. Thiago Silva having a poor season. He's gonna have a great season. Yeah, he'll have a great season.
As much as I respect Thiago Silva, but I don't know if he will have a great season.
I think it's you talk about mental aspect. He's one of the best defenders. He's gonna be a step ahead. When your physical powers wane, your mental powers can keep you there.
That's what Chelsea are lacking right now. They're literally lacking a leader at the back.
Yeah, that's what it is. Thiago Silva's gonna be that leader at the back. Obviously, the issue is Chelsea's deaf goalkeeper.
Even there's just that Mendy guy from Rennes. Even if he comes, he looks a bit. I looked at highlights. He looks a bit shaky as well.
So it's just there's another shaky keeper.
He looks a bit shaky as I can't lie.
It's just match.
Learn hard. He should learn hard.
I think he just needs competition there.
I don't know, man. It's been ever since he told Sorry to go back.
I'm the captain now.
tell Sorry to go back down the tunnel.
That was the biggest.
I'm the captain now.
Yeah, it was a very strange and dubious time. I was quite worried.
Player power. I told you this is not Mourinho's era. Because if that happened to Mourinho, he probably could have punched man up. He would have punched him up.
Would have been slapping him off.
He would have dragged him off.
It made Sarri mad though. Remember, Sarri was walking down the tunnel. He couldn't even take his customary cigarette.
That's what pissed me off when Juventus signed him, because why are you signing a guy that's that weak to manage Ronaldo and Co and go for a Champions title? It made no sense whatsoever.
He only won one cup.
Yeah, guy with no proven track record. Come on, man. But anyway, we digress. We said Man City for me, Man City for you, Liverpool for you. So now I'm more interested in what's your top 6? Go.
My top 6 in order. I've got City number 1, Liverpool, Chelsea, 4th Arsenal, 5th United, 6th Spurs. No, 6th Wolves. I've got Wolves finishing above Spurs and Everton, because I believe Wolves have no European commitments, so they'll be solid this season. And it's good.
Leave it Everton, but you. What about you?
Liverpool, City, Chelsea, United, then I have Spurs, then I have Wolves.
God, he doesn't have Arsenal in the top 6.
Well.
We got a Bagman in Aubameyang up front. That's gonna give us top 6.
It's kind of contracts because I'm getting a bit.
It's a bit nervous. Now Troops have gone to America. Maybe Aubameyang's following.
Yeah, for me, I've got City, got Liverpool, got Chelsea, got United, got Arsenal, and I got Wolves and Everton and Spurs.
So you believe United is in a better place than Arsenal right now?
I feel Arsenal those found a way to mess up. Even though I trust Arteta, but I have to see it to believe it. My heart says Arsenal.
My heart, yeah.
My head says United. My head never really lets me down. This head really lets me down.
I'm going with one of the reasons why I chose Arsenal over United for 4th. I'm finishing about. I just don't believe in Oli. I think Oli's reached his ceiling as what he can do for Man United.
Yeah, 4th. You can just keep on doing 4th.
But Man United want more. They want to do more.
They want to sack him.
And the thing is, Man United don't have squad depth. We're not playing COVID football anymore. We're playing like our proper season. When you have to rotate your squad, who they gonna bring in? What's their depth now?
Good, they've done in one the big.
They got one. That's one sub off the bench. Where's the rest?
Tomiwa.
I don't want to see that guy.
The Greenwoods, they've got Sancho. Not Sancho.
They haven't got Sancho. Unless you know something that we don't know.
They got Rashford. Apparently trying to go back into it. They got Rashford. They got Martial. So it'll be a toss between them and Arsenal.
They're one injury away from dropping out of the top 6.
I feel Arsenal's commitment to Europa League is going to cause them a bit of issues.
We're going to rotate. They should rotate. And also talking about 3rd, when we talk, I think everyone has Chelsea finishing 3rd. Chelsea might challenge for a bit.
Soft challenge.
You said soft challenge to Christmas. I think Chelsea challenge to March. With their squad depth and the quality. The quality of their attackers will take them far.
The attacking's going to be...
That's if they're acclimatised to the Premier League. This is Ziyech's first season. This is Werner's first season.
There.
This is first... This is Harvey's first season. No, I'm talking about the projected front four. Through the front four, this is their first season. They're all lightweight. They can get bullied in the Premier League. Don't be surprised.
You think they're going to get bullied?
I said they could. I'm not saying they are going to get, but you could. Don't be surprised.
It'll take like 2-3 months.
It may take 2-3 months.
Look how long it took Pepe. That's what I'm gonna say.
Pepe still acclimatised yet. You're telling me that Pepe I still have some acclimatising to do.
Look how long to play, so don't jump the gun, man, guy. Don't jump the gun.
Nah, I believe in some of these talents. I've seen these guys in the Champions League. I've never seen Pepe was never in the Champions League.
True. I hear about that.
This is Champions League talent.
Remember Di Maria? He's Champions League talent.
Yeah, but Man United killed him off. Di Maria hated Manchester. He hated Manchester. He hated it. He even stays with robbery so he can get out of there.
We've got Falcao came back for injuries. But anyways, you know, fair enough. I see you guys. Let's talk about, you know, the long-running saga. Arguably the greatest to ever do it. Lionel Messi. Should he stay or should he go? And he's elected to stay so far. Boss move.
Elected to stay. Forced.
Elected, forced. Boss move or soft move?
You know what? I don't even want to talk about Messi.
No. Ask the question. Boss move or soft move?
I don't want to talk about Messi.
Why talk about
I don't
that?
understand. We've done this topic 3 weeks in a row.
It's the conclusion.
We can just put this all together. Put the Messi topic.
Boss move or soft move?
No move.
He
did no move. He didn't move, did he?
See, this guy, I tell you guys, they can't hold the guys accountable.
I say
boss move or soft move? Hold your feet to the fire. We're not going to progress to answer this question. This guy hurts his heart so much. You can't say a bad word about Messi. Can he?
Let me tell you something. When I heard
look how he's trying to change the subject.
When I heard the news, I was just disappointed.
I was gut wrenching like Big A said.
I was so close.
Really? After that match?
You should have left hook my boy Elliot did to the guy. That's happened to your stomach.
It was a body shot because
make you pee and blood. That type of body shot. That's what body shots do.
Hey, shut up. Hey, I was disappointed in Messi. I'm so disappointed in Messi, and it's got to the point where I don't know if I can back this man. You know, I don't know if I can back this man.
That hurts so much
because.
It even hurts me hearing it.
At the time, I was like, okay, you don't take the team to court, yeah, that's great. Like, okay, I understand you love your club, but when I'm hearing you just try and crap, so you're telling me the president is set. You're saying the president said he can cut, but you're still here. I don't want to see you, Messi. The president said you can cut. The president told him, but he didn't have that in writing. So what was Messi doing?
He used him as a scapegoat. He knew he was going out that year, so he just knew he had to blame him, or else the Barca fans could be on him.
At the end of the day, I'm so disappointed. I missed Messi.
So it's a soft move.
That is so soft. In fact,
yes.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to talk about Messi anymore. Like I think this is my last time like addressing any Messi stuff for the foreseeable future.
So he score a hat-trick against Granada, he'll be saying Messi, like, go Messi, blah blah blah.
I'm not going to talk about Messi no more.
Granada and Almira.
When I heard the name Messi, it just blank to me, dad. It just goes through me, dad.
He also Zaragoza and Real Betis, all these teams. He's got hat-tricks against them. When it comes to the Champions League against the big boys, he's just sulking off. But anyways,
I'm not backing Messi. So.
I can see where Messi's coming from. You know, Barcelona, they give you...
That team is weak.
It's the whole team is, but I can see why he doesn't want to take it to court. That team gave you absolutely everything. They gave you growth pills. They gave you growth hormones, you know what I mean? They took you from Argentina, the depths of Argentina.
They made him Messi.
What club was the New Old Boys? They took you. They made you. They gave you the platform. They done everything for you. But now, they have betrayed you. So you need to adapt to what's happened. Your best friend for life could be your best friend. But when they betray you, got to be ready to go. And you got to be ready to get your ass out of there.
It's a business, man.
I mean, it's a business. I mean, Sebastian, they're not your friend anymore.
Daniel said it best, man. It's a business.
It's a business. So they're betraying him. They betrayed it. So if what you're saying is correct, I mean, you had it in writing or verbal, whatever. He said, and it, you know, and obviously because we've covered everything, the nature of how the league finish has been extensive, not originally in June like it should be, it's obviously in August, whatever, or September, or in August pretty much. And so they've betrayed you and not allowed you to leave. Come on, you got to realise that cool. These guys have betrayed me. These guys are my friends now. Your friend or foe, they're not your friends anymore. You got to cut. And if you want to, you know, it's for your legacy. You want to, you know, improve, win elsewhere, like you said, be in the best position to win at your age. Because Messi can't do it at all anymore. Well, he never could do it all to begin with.
Do you know why I'm disappointed?
He could never do it anymore.
Do you know why I'm disappointed? Because do you know one person that I really hate in sports, you know? I always complain about him controlling his narrative, Mr. LeBron James. This is exactly what LeBron would have done. And that's why I'm disappointed. Why did Messi not say all of this before? Before? Why couldn't he say he wants to leave before all of this went down? That's why I'm so disappointed. It's like he's changed the whole narrative about this to it being about the Barcelona president. I'm just disappointed in Messi. Like, you're my guy. I've been trying to vouch for you for years in front of the face of despicable men saying Ronaldo's better than you. Absolutely despicable. In fact, it's some blasphemy talk from some guys here. And you go around doing this. Even Ronaldo doesn't waste his time with this discussion. But Ronaldo, he cut from Real Madrid. He just cut. He didn't waste time doing this. He said the guy was disloyal and he managed to force his way out. Messi couldn't do it.
You always know that Messi, he's never been strong mentally as a player compared to, say, Ronaldo.
Yeah, compared to Ronaldo, yeah. The
No, man, I'm not going to talk about that.
Intangibles, the
We're
mentality.
going to talk about intangibles. Both of them have poor intangibles. Like,
What?
Ronaldo have poor intangibles.
I mean, he's not perfect. You see,
He's not perfect, first. That's
no
what I
one is
said.
perfect. Not even Penny is perfect.
No, my guy Ramos is perfect.
He's
Intangibles. And your boy Muller got perfect intangibles.
Ramos is not perfect. You know why Ramos is not perfect?
Because you're going to give a talk about red cards.
There you go.
Yeah.
Muller.
I don't talk about his play, I talk about his intangibles.
That is intangibles. Discipline is intangible. If you can't be disciplined, if I can't trust you to be on the pitch, you got poor discipline.
But I trust you to win me cups. That's what I trust him to do. And Ramos seems to be a serial winner, doesn't he?
He's part of winning teams.
Like my GOAT Messi used to... No, not GOAT Messi.
For GOAT Messi.
Just Messi now.
Wow. I mean, Buller, as far as intangibles go, he's the best, like I said, I've ever seen in my lifetime. I mean, no one's perfect, nothing Pelle's perfect. As much, even though he's the closest thing to perfection there was, he's not perfect. But anyways, but my next question, who is the winner in this situation? Short term and long term. Barcelona and Bartomeu or Lionel Messi?
The winner is Real Madrid.
Real
All these
Madrid.
men are losers, dog.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid's the loser. Winner. Barcelona is the biggest loser. Obviously, there's no winner in the Barcelona Messi thing. I don't think there's no winner. Both of them, you just lost. You got a player that doesn't want to be there.
He's got a year left.
He's got a year left.
Yeah.
He's gonna be there.
He's gonna leave.
You're still paying his massive salary, and he doesn't want to be there. Messi's there, just gonna be complaining this whole season. It's gonna be now. This is a big one in the big picture. We're gonna have a lot of Messi supporters, aka myself, and I'm gonna use this year as say, Messi doesn't even want to be there yet.
It's a throwaway year.
It's a throwaway year. That's what I'm gonna say. It's a throwaway year because he doesn't want to be there. But obviously, I'm just putting it out there in advance. Messi, you got to win something this year. Regardless, you got to win something. The Liga, Copa del Rey.
Copa del Rey.
Just win one of those cups. Just win something.
Champions League. Continue my stay.
That Barcelona team's not winning no Champions League. With that midfield, they need Ronaldo actually. They need a man like that. A dynamic
Frankie de Jong, Coutinho.
Ronaldo. I think they need a dynamic. I heard the Pie might go there, but Messi, just win something. I know you don't want to win there. In fact, that'll be a feather in your cap if you win something there.
In these conditions.
Yeah.
Like LeBron, if he wins the chip in these conditions, it'll be a feather in his cap as well.
No, he's not going to win no chip. He might not even make it out of this round.
We'll touch that, come on to that later, but
Look at my guy. You see this guy 13. You know what this guy represents. You know what Harden.
we'll touch on Harden later.
You know what this guy.
I mean, I think in the short term, I hear what you say there's no winners, but I think in the short term, Barcelona win, they edge it if I had to pick a winner, if I was pushed to pick a winner. Because they managed to keep Messi, even though they have to pay his heavy wages, commercially Messi is a commercialist dream.
Mm-hmm.
And the longer Messi stays at Barcelona, the longer the likelihood is he can sign a new contract. Because if you've read the interview, or even the transcript, or even watched the interview, Messi said
he still loves the club.
He still loves the club. He still loves the club. So you compare these emotional strings, and Messi's a very emotional guy. You know, when he's always crying off. Like LeBron, the emotion. I said, remember before I was saying they're the same guy. The
emotion.
No, it's like there's so many comparisons between the two. Messi is just a covert version of LeBron. Don't worry, I'll go into this in more detail in the future. But Messi is a covert version of LeBron. LeBron is an overt version of Messi. However, so long as he stays there, and also his family said his kids were crying. They're crying off.
Tell the kids go out.
They're crying off. Said, I don't want to leave Barcelona. Papi, I don't want to leave Barcelona.
I did not condone.
That's what they're saying.
I do not condone the actions of Melo May.
That's what they're saying.
Everything he says is by himself.
They'll say, Papi, I don't leave Barcelona.
His faults are not the faults of a two-man game.
That's what they're saying. They'll say disclaimer. That's what disclaimer. Hey, grow up. That's what they were saying.
The faults of Melo May are his faults.
Okay, grow up, man. We're all grown people here. But the family situation could play him heavily in Barcelona's hands. They could, like I said, they could really manipulate that. And Messi's the type of guy, you know, he's not going to throw his toes at the prime. He's going to perform. He's a professional guy. He'll perform to that's the difference. Another difference in Ronaldo. Messi in the situation will perform. Ronaldo, I can see him sulking. Yes. You know, Ronaldo is professional, but when Ronaldo's set on his ways, he's set on his ways. I mean, if he could end up signing a new contract, so don't rule that out.
Signs a new contract.
Yeah. How do you think the Barca fans will take?
They better take him. Like,
They're crying for it. They wanted him.
I mean, I got a quick remember of some guy like done a little podcast with Messi and he was talking some crud, all crud on Messi. But once he was saying he called Messi some egregious terms.
And then, but guess what? Now he's loving him.
Of course. Messi's the greatest player in history.
That's how I feel about, like I said, I actually hate that guy so much. But then when he scores, I appreciate what he does with it.
Because you're a fanboy.
I hate him. I actually don't.
You are a fanboy.
No, I don't.
And you overreact.
I don't like that.
You're too emotional.
Grow up.
Grow up, pair.
I know how it feels to be a fan.
You have to be subjective.
Yeah. That's why I stopped supporting teams.
Yeah, you have to be objective.
That's why I support. I just support the Premier League.
The most unbiased guy in the media. But anyway, shout out agenda, though.
You're unbiased, but your shirt says agenda. That doesn't make any sense. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's a toxic movement.
Let me explain that. I have an agenda to God.
Is that our form of advice?
Sorry, let me phrase that. I have an agenda to the truth, so help me be God. I have an agenda to the truth.
You mixed a couple words there.
So help me be God. I have an agenda to the truth, so help me be God. Come on, anyways, let's move on to the NBA. The best league in the world, as some people say.
Let's defer to the NBA. The basketball.
The Croydon Curry.
That basketball Savage, yeah.
The real Savage.
But firstly, because I want to start with that game 7, the Jazz and the Nuggets, because that was the last game that was played when we last recorded.
I think OKC as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the day after, but we'll talk about it. But start with the Jazz and the Rockets. Jazz and the Nuggets, game 7. What was your takeaway from that?
That was just literally Donovan Mitchell versus Jamal Murray for most of the series. But they nearly messed it up. That last possession, he shouldn't have passed it. He should just kept the ball, got fouled. But that's your young players for you. But that series is probably the most competitive out of all the first round series.
As a spectacle, I did think the Jazz Nuggets was. I think OKC as well was good, but there's a lot of blowouts in the OKC Rockets one. But yeah, it was down to Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell. In the end, Jamal Murray had more help. That's what it came down to. Yeah. He had Jokic and the other one had Gobert, and obviously we know who you're taking in that matchup. The final position was just due to youth.
Inexperience.
It's an experience.
Wet behind the ears, as they say.
Yeah, but to be fair, the Denver core, Jokic is the oldest and he's 25 years old. So
you got MPJ.
Murray.
Yeah.
Ball. Jeremy Grant should be like 25-ish up as well.
You got Bobo stock. I know you like Bobo.
I like what I see, man. As long as you can stay fit, put on some pounds. I like what I see.
I don't know.
You can save Jokic because Jokic needs a shot blocker because Jokic, he's not doing anything defensively in the paint. Is he? Apart from rebounding.
He can just rebound. Rebound is a part of the game.
Yeah, but if you're my centre, and I know from the other team that want to call you for every screen, and we know when we attack you in the paint, you're doing nothing. You're gonna give us the easiest shot every single time. You could even put you in foul trouble, but you don't foul anyone pretty much. You don't get into foul trouble. So there's only so far you can go, and we're seeing it in this Clippers series. There's only so far you can go.
They're giving them a game, man.
You can give them a game, but if Jokic could defend, they'll probably win the series. Easy, not easy, but they probably would win the series if Jokic could defend the paint. Literally,
it's a deficiency, man. A lot of great players have deficiencies.
Yeah, but it's a key deficiency that unless people can hide, because like I said
they can hide it. They will hide it.
Like Dirk got hidden, but he was obviously slightly different era. But he had Tyson Chandler in the paint. He had Sean Marion as well. Those guys could shot block.
Jokic is not a power forward. He has to play them.
Huh?
He has to play them.
But who's the center when what's called Dirk and Tyson Chandler playing? Who was the center?
Obviously, Dirk has been a power forward all his life.
Okay, yeah, but there's also, but he can also,
there's a different type of NBA.
But he's a different type of NBA, but he needs someone. That's why ball comes, or hopefully you can get.
If they do get someone, they need a power forward that's athletic.
Or hopefully you can hope. If it's not ball, hopefully hope MPJ.
MPJ is not.
No, you can hope. When KD came to, was he a defensive guy? Not really. But you can hope MPJ can become like KD and become somewhat of a shot blocker.
Do you know how vast the skill sets are? Do you know what KD is? For MPJ to become anything like that.
How tall is MPJ? I'm talking about 6'10". I'm talking about just defensively. If you can, somewhat protect the paint, it'll go a long way with the Nuggets. But for me, for that game, I had a few takeaways. Mitchell was just exhausted.
Yeah, his shoulders hurt.
You know what I'm saying? He's holding back. He's loose, and the 9 turnovers. They proved that in that game.
He's not a ball handler.
I
don't think he shouldn't be your main ball handler.
I think he should.
He should be a main ball handler.
I don't think so. I think Mitchell and Booker, I would have the same comparison. I don't think they should handle ball handling duties exclusively. I think they both need point guards.
No, they don't think they need point guards. I think they probably need a secondary ball handler, but they don't need point guards.
They had Mike Conley, but Mike Conley, whenever he had the ball, he wasn't doing it.
He had a brutal turnover in the clutch in that game. But like I said, my take, he was exhausted. He didn't really have that help. They missed Bogdanovic. He had 9 turnovers. The most of the series was Mitchell and Murray. That's why I took my Instagram post. Murray times Mitch, Hammer and Tongs. They're going at it, mano y mano. Oh my God. However, the game was won by that man. That same man I was criticising. Who's that man?
Is it Jokic?
Yes, he won the game. I mean, 30 points. I mean, to be fair, the game was a bad match for him, kind of, because
Jokic is going to be third in the MVP voting.
Let me finish. We just talking crap. You know what I mean? You had Rudy Gobert.
Fourth, actually.
He's the best defensive centre. You could argue him, but he pretty much the best defensive centre. And you know, it wasn't
in the paint.
Yeah, in the paint. wasn't the greatest matchup for him. But you know, in the end, he came up clutch and he showed why he's the best game in this series and why he was the best game on the floor. He came up trumps. Obviously, Rudy Gobert played well in that series. I'm not in that final game. He had 19 points, 18 rebounds.
He carried them in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, 19 points, 18 rebounds. But at the end of the day, great offense beats what?
Great defense.
And that's what happens in the end.
We've knows about that. My offense is. If you're watching the video, you see that I did this. If you're listening to the audio,
10 fibs again.
Listen to the audio, watch the video, because I'm doing actions.
He's telling fibs again. But anyways, let's move on to the other game 7. The 2 best words in sports. Again, Thunder and Rockets. I have many takeaways for this one.
As I said, my boys were going to come through. Harden, Westbrook, you know what it is, that dynamic duo. The best duo left in the playoffs.
Wait, Westbrook's your boy?
No.
Westbrook's been my boy since OKC days. I've seen Westbrook coming from a puppy to a big dog, as he like to say.
I know,
but what this version of Westbrook, I just don't know. He's rowdy, dog. He's rowdy. He's like he's got like a dog that has babies. That's how Westbrook plays.
Yeah. He's shouting at the babies.
He's shouting at babies. That was the best moment of the playoffs. He turned around and he shouted at the kids. Yeah, you don't know me. That's what he's trying to tell you.
Yes, screws loose.
He's a main.
That's why Pat Bev doesn't want to see Westbrook. That's what I'm telling them. But he doesn't want to see my guy.
That's going to be the end of the Rockets though. One Westbrook taking stupid shots. He's
not going to take threes anymore.
They're going to take stupid shots.
Wait, but he has to.
He can't.
Well, what's he else going to do?
Well, what I've seen from the Lakers is that they're doubling Harden and playing zone behind him. You know, we do that against. We do against. What Westbrook's got so much pride is that when he gets the ball from the double and he sees that no one's guarding it, he's gonna take it, man. He believes he's such a big player. He needs to drive into the paint and make the defense collapse. And then kick it out to the 3-point shooters that can actually make it. Tucker, Covington.
Yeah, but when he drives, the defense doesn't really need to collapse that much. When he drives the pit on AD and LeBron, what's up?
Yeah, that's 2 of them though. That's 2.
No, talk about what, either one. When it's 1-on-1, we've seen in this series, especially LeBron. LeBron's been blocking his stuff, sending it into the
but LeBron's coming from behind. You know, LeBron gets. He's getting those cheap ones.
Even when he drove with him face to face. I don't think LeBron brought that shot, but LeBron altered that shot. He can't finish over those guys.
What he needs to do,
he can't. Because those guys are agile.
You're gonna get them in the fouls. If he gets them 2 or 3 fouls in the first half,
fair enough.
Yeah, and then he can just keep on dunking. That's what's happening. Those men don't commit a lot of fouls, to be honest.
See with Westbrook, every time he takes, he's not going to be as effective when you have AD there. What's going to win the series for them are the role players, and I just don't trust the role players.
For the Rockets?
Yeah, that's going to, because they're literally doubling Harden every single time.
Don't you think the Rockets role players are better than the Lakers role players?
Yeah, but we digressed. What about this?
They don't play defense though. Have you seen all the Lakers players start all of a sudden shooting threes, making it frees?
Pause. We're supposed to talk about the Thunder and Rockets. We digressed.
No, but I always say Thunder. Yeah, great CP3, my guy. You cut. You have to cut because in the clutch, you're clutching the regular season, but in the postseason, we don't see it. As I've been telling you, man. CP3 is not clutching the postseason.
We saw that a couple games.
Last year he was. This year.
Was he clutch last year?
He was clutch last year.
They lost to Golden State.
They lost to him, but they lost because he got injured in that last.
In the game 6.
Yeah.
He was injured.
Was he? You talking about season before?
Season before.
Oh, season before.
But like in the game.
Oh yeah.
I blame down Harden.
I mean,
but
my take
blame Harden. Yeah, to be fair, Harden was weak last year. But in that game 7, Chris Paul was brutal down the stretch. He took 1 shot in the last 8 minutes. Had a turnover. And missed the bunny. And he didn't even put the ball in his hands for the last position. Like what? Like I don't know what we can talk about CB3. Like why talk about
the side out?
Yeah, when he lost.
He lost it.
He lost it.
Oh, he kicked out. I mean, another great game. I mean, the Jazz Nuggets one, I love that as well because it was proper basketball. To remind me of mid-90s to 2000 era. You know, it was low scoring game for the basketball purists. If you're a basketball casual, we don't like this one, that one. But the Thunder Rocket one, if you're a casual, you might like a bit more scoring. Like, you know, 104, 103, 102, whatever the points were. But there's two ways you could skin a cat. Well, there's two ways to skin a cat, whatever the saying is. But there's two ways to look at this. James.
You're definitely in our house. There's more than two ways to skin the cat.
Hey, whichever way you want to look at this, there's two ways, mainly. James Harden is a very, 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 very lucky man. Or James Harden has found other ways to be effective when his shot is not dropping. Which way do you go with?
That defensive stand against Dort was amazing for Harden because I just didn't expect Harden to do anything.
I didn't really block that shot.
I couldn't believe it. But Harden affected the game in more than one way. His offense was poor, so he defensively came clutch.
Boy, was it poor. 4 out of 15 from
that's
field
what
goals.
You have to find other ways.
You have to find other ways.
27% from field goal.
And that's what he did. He found another way.
11.1% from 3, 1 out of 9. Boy, was it poor. But he did find other ways to be successful. That's what it's all about. 9 assists.
And he faced his toughest defensive challenge. Dort played him well all series. Yeah. And Dort came there and scored 30 points. Like, come on, in the game 7.
The homecoming.
He's only like the third player.
Coming out party.
He's the third player in the NBA. What is it?
I honestly never heard of him until this series.
Yeah, did you know?
Yeah.
He's the third player under 21 to score 30 points in the games. Game 7, can you name the other two?
Brian and Jordan?
No.
What is it?
Kobe
and Brian.
Kobe and Jordan.
Great company to be in.
No.
Brian, it's Kobe and Brian because obviously Jordan came to the league a bit late. Weak man. One of the weakest. Jordan.
Okay. Anyways,
won his rings in a diluted league. Guys don't want to speak for that.
Well, there's some hold to it. But anyways, James Harden, 9 assists, 3 turnovers. I'll take that. 2 steals, 3 big blocks, especially the one on Dort. And that's what changed the game. And, you know, but to us, like we said, you know, the legend of Dort, great day in Harden all series. He made Harden look so weak.
Harden was still scoring against him.
He was still scoring against him, but I remember seeing on stat. I think it was one of the games he made Harden. Just that when Harden was matched up against him, he was not getting any change out of him.
So they know each other from Arizona State. I think he's got some prior knowledge from Harden.
However, CP3 in Game 6, you were slapping Covert's backside or his thigh, whatever. You were saying we're built for this. And CP3, as much as I love him, I'm going to have to criticise you. In the clutch, he didn't have the goods. He just didn't have it. He didn't have the goods.
He's too old now.
He's too old.
I don't want to hear about age.
He's too old now.
Hey, go more.
Because he should.
Go Bucks.
Yeah, I love that. He should have taken the free throw. He gave it to Danilo Gallinari, who was off all game. Even though Danilo Gallinari scored that 35 straight free throws, you not miss a free throw. You're 100% for the line. You're 6 for 6. You take that free throw. Also, you missed a close range jump, like you said. And the very last couple plays, he almost turned over the ball. And he then eventually passed it away. And
was that a position where everyone fell down?
I think so.
Harden fell down.
That's the one where he missed the bunny.
Everyone was just on the ground.
And also, you're one of the best point guards that ever graced this earth. However, in that last minute side out, you didn't get a shot up. I mean, you're called a basketball savant. You should be able to construct a play that gives you guys. Maybe don't what's it called? The leave I'll give you because you played for the Rockets before, so they knew what kind of things you're gonna do. That's maybe, but still, you have to at least get a shot up, and they didn't. And you know, the pass was intercepted. They tried the pass Steve Adams, man, at the perimeter
because he's a big man.
At the perimeter with 1 second left on the clock. Come on, man.
There's no, they didn't want to play. So that's the thing. That's what happened. They didn't want to coherent play.
That's indictment on what's his name?
They should have run a lob for Steven Adams because he's the tallest man.
Before they took the first time out, or the last time out, they should have done it because
I think someone was face guard.
Yeah, what's his name? Taco's face guard. And Steve Adams literally. There was no between him and Rim. Literally, it was crazy.
Yeah. But let's talk about the other series. You know, I don't want to talk about has-beens. Let's talk about what's going on. Let's start off. I'm gonna give you, you know, be concise. I know you like to go off topic. Let's talk about Bucks Heat. What do you want to say about this?
I mean, you're honest, there's still got things to improve on. Also, it's proven to me that Chris Middleton ain't the man for the job.
What do you want to say? I thought you wanted to say Giannis is a new age Shaq.
He's a new age Shaq. I mean, That's new in terms of him. Shaq's a young player, obviously not a direct comparison, but his most real estate is at the paint. And when you shut off the paint, he ain't got much to do. He needs a killer shot creator. In my opinion, at this point, doesn't necessarily need a D Wade or Kobe. Give him like a Jamal Murray, Devin Booker. Those guys might become to that level. Who knows? I doubt it. But give him something like that, and Giannis, he's going to be very successful. Because in the clutch, you can't really get to his shot if you shut off the paint, and his shooter's not shooting. He's going to struggle.
What do you?
You know, Giannis is a shot. He creates. He's a playmaker.
That's where the new age comes from.
Yeah, new age, but not Shaq. Shaq was dominant. Like you couldn't stop him. You can stop Giannis.
Yeah, we're proving that you can stop him.
You can
Just
stop
wall up.
Giannis.
Just wall up.
3-man on the paint.
Shaq gets in the foul trouble. You send Shaq to the foul line, he doesn't hit him shot.
So you say, to be fair, there's a lot of issues I have with this.
No, you can stop Shaq. Possible, you can stop Shaq. But especially before, the Rockets stopped Shaq with Hakeem.
Shaq got numbers in that series. Hakeem's just better than him.
You got to stop.
That's Magic Shaq. That's Magic Shaq.
Yeah, Lakers Shaq, I said, because he had Kobe. If you give Giannis a Kobe that player, you're not stopping
The Magic were mentally shot. If you know what Nick Anderson just did to them, man, there was no way they were winning that. Nick Anderson shot them out. She missed 4. You're a professional player. Missed 4 in a row. And he started laughing. You're chucking him off. You just
you have a laugh for crying. Laugh for crying.
He threw his men in the bin.
I laugh as well. You want me to laugh for crying?
But
is that for laugh for crying? You gonna cry? Like a baby?
I think the biggest
like a baby.
The biggest issue is coach Bud.
Yeah.
What's the minutes he's playing Giannis?
He can't adjust. His adjustments are poor.
His adjustments are poor.
Last series there's no adjustments.
And they play the Miami Heat as if they can't shoot. We know Miami can shoot. Why are you going under every screen?
Especially in this bubble. Guys are shooting like they never shoot before.
The offense is too stagnant. They literally just do 5 out every single play. It doesn't work in the playoffs. Teams will know what they're going to do, and it's worked. They're down 3-1.
They're down 3-1.
What about Raptors?
I see more Raptors. Raptors are adjusted. The biggest issue for the Raptors is Siakam. We need Siakam to wake up.
He's not good in the half court offense.
Oh yes, Raptors are the 15th in half court ranked in the regular season. So I think people know that. And transition defense, Celtics are one of the best. So there's nothing that they can really do.
And the Celtics are better offensively.
Even without Hayward as well, it's crazy.
Celtics have got more. Yeah. They've got more weapons. You got Tatum, Brown, Walker.
And you got Smart. Smart's a good one of the better. He's Draymond Green level in terms of role player.
Was it game 2? He had 5 threes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he killed it. He killed that game.
He's doing his best thing.
Yeah, it was game 2. Game 2, they killed it because Raptors were really in that game, and all of a sudden Smart just started going up from behind the 3-point line. But to be fair, the series has been based on who can shoot threes.
Who can shoot better, period.
Obviously, the Celtics were shooting better in the game 1 and 2. That's why they comfortably won. And then 3 and 4, the Raptors started picking up their shooting, which was awful in the first 2 games. And then last night, it was a total blowout. That's because I think the Celtics realised that these guys offensively, they have nothing. OG Anunoby, to get you points, he's averaging what? He's not averaging, probably averaging just about double figures.
He's a nice player, but he's
to improve, he's not going to give you 20.
He
can't give you 20. He's taking a lot of threes.
Van Fleet's not playing
well. Gasol is a shadow of himself.
I've never seen him miss so many.
He looks done.
I don't know why they just don't attack Kemba Walker literally every play.
I think because the players are of his height. Van Fleet and Lowry are quite small.
Yeah, Lowry, the way they can't really attack Kemba because
Kemba don't defend like that.
He doesn't defend like that, but Lowry's not the type of guy to take it to the rim every single time.
I'm going to take it to him, just attack him, get mid-range on 3, put him in the screen, because he ain't getting around that screen.
To be fair, they Raptors stumbled a lot across something where they were putting Robert Williams in screens and Walker, but I think obviously they bought Tyson, and Tyson's just dominating them in the paint,
literally
killing them man in the paint. So I do expect the Celtics to close it out 6 or 7. I don't know.
I'll give them 6.
After that devastating loss, it was
I haven't gone to the finals, so. Yeah.
It's true. They could go to.
We got 10 minutes, man. We can talk. Let's talk.
That's right. Let's get Clippers in.
Let's talk Clippers. Nuggets. We know what it is. Clippers should win that. It depends on if they turn it on. No more cheerleading from Pat Bev. Actually comfortable.
Pat Bev.
PG.
I'm not calling Pat Bev the second.
Yeah, Pat Bev the 7th. PG-13. Actually do something that gives you worthy of that name. Be as good as your shoes, because your shoes are nice, but
he's been mediocre.
Yeah, but he had a good game yesterday. That was the best game. And Kawhi, influencing the game on both sides.
The middle finger block, the best player in the game today. Kawhi Leonard. The Clark. Middle finger blocking guys with middle finger. How strong a man's hands are. God, oh my
God. He made 1 for 10 in the fourth quarter.
That's poor. It's true.
It's his second worst game as well.
It's true. But he found ways to be successful.
That's why the guy that he's wearing, number 35, he used to be 35 on Golden State. Now he's number 7 in Brooklyn. It's much better. You'll never see KD drop a 13 or not score a point in the fourth quarter. Has that ever happened? Has that ever happened in KD's career?
Wait, Kawhi did score a point. That's what he did. 1 bucket.
Did score a bucket.
What's about the game he dropped 13?
Yeah, he didn't score a bucket in the fourth quarter.
Really?
And it's after people said LeBron. I saw one tweet said, my guy Kawhi would never go a full quarter without scoring. Next game he went and did that because obviously LeBron's already done that as well.
I mean, LeBron does that. He's done that quite a few times. KD, yeah, he's a better scorer than all of them.
Yeah, thank you.
But KD,
that's what we want to
He makes it effortless.
But he's a mama's boy. He's not a leader.
That's the excuse
He's a mama's boy.
He's a mama's. KD a mama's boy.
KD's a mama's.
Hey, KD's gonna watch this, from his brother account.
Watch shit. Comments. KD's a mama's boy and Kyrie's a strange guy. So I don't know who the leader in that team is. So even with Steve Nash, we have to wait and see. Guys are saying they're gonna win championships. I have to see it first because I'm not convinced. I'm sorry, I'm not convinced.
Okay, what do you have the Nuggets? How many games? And who do you
6
have?
max. The Clippers. What about you?
6. I don't really give it to the Nuggets.
I'm gonna give it 6.
Okay, yeah. Let's go to
well, everyone wants to talk. Let's talk about
the real one.
Rockets, Lakers. As I said,
Where this shit? Look at that, Rockets.
we're winning this in 7. 7 games. Because Westbrook's gonna say, Westbrook's gonna figure it out. He said it.
You want another dinner bet?
Let's double it.
No, you still have to take me to Jazz first.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, TJ. But
definitely winning.
let me tell you this. Westbrook said he already said he was just running around. That's what he was just running around. It was cardio.
Yeah, ironic, guys.
He was just running
Pat Bev
around.
been tricky, just running around.
He was doing his best Pat Bev impression. That's what he was doing. He was just running around.
Pat Bev's a better 3-point shot. At least Pat Bev can knock down threes.
Can Pat Bev dunk like my guy? Can Pat Bev assist like my guy?
Doesn't need to.
Can Pat Bev influence the game like my guy?
Knock down.
Do you see what Ross did in game 1? He screamed at the kids. He told the kids, you can't be like me. That's what he told the kids.
Yeah, they want to be like you. You
don't want to be MVP.
They want to be like LeBron.
You want to be an MVP. You don't want to be an NBA finalist.
Curry. They want to be like KD, Kawhi. They want to be like champions.
Curry would have told the kids, oh, do you want a lollipop? Ross told it as it is. He said, whatever he said. I don't know what he said. I don't think he's good enough to be on this pod. He's not PG.
I mean, it's pretty simple. The Lakers, they get this in 6 max. If AD dominates, it wins 6 max.
I'll give it to them 7.
If AD doesn't dominate,
his game's going 7, man.
You see how easy it was in game 2?
Huh?
In the beginning, yeah, but do you know what? Yeah, AD won't dominate like that for the whole series. Because think about what the Rockets did in the third quarter. They shot the lights out.
Yeah, but the Rockets shooting is unsustainable.
Yeah, it's live or die.
Even in this bubble, and they die. They always die.
They're gonna die.
We're gonna live.
No,
we're gonna live.
But even then, unless the Lakers guys are not making their shots, which could happen, you have no paint protector for LeBron. And if you have no paint protector for LeBron, you're asking for it. You're asking for it.
See how easy it's just.
Do you know how to guard LeBron? You need 3 things. I've said it. You need a paint protector. You need wing defenders, and you need you need guys to be able to
protection
switch.
And you need the protection starts at the perimeter. We're stopping him. We're gonna try and stop him at the perimeter.
You can't.
With what guys?
My guy coming to.
You can't because it screens away. You look to the mismatch. At least when he sees this.
What mismatch is there really?
Westbrook. There's Westbrook. That's harder. At least when he sees. When he plays the Clippers, there's no real mismatch because you screen away Carter. There's Marcus Morris. Screen away Marcus Morris. There's PG. Screen away PG. There's Pat Bev. And if you try to post Pat Bev, they're gonna double you and they'll probably double you off a guy that can't shoot. So if the Lakers pattern up their rotations and double off from the right guys, this is 6 max. Because for some reason they let Eric Gordon go off. They were doubling off from Eric Gordon. It made no sense. It made no sense.
They'd rather let Eric Gordon beat them than James Harden.
No, I hear that, but if Eric Gordon's hit like 3 threes, he's hot. Why you double up the other guys? Westbrook was on the floor. Why are you not doubling from Westbrook?
Because Westbrook will drive in your head.
Westbrook's the more dangerous option than Eric Gordon.
Yeah, because if Westbrook goes off, that's 35. That's not 23.
If he sees AD and LeBron in the room, Westbrook's not doing much.
He's gonna get some layups. He's gonna get them in foul trouble. He's gonna get them in foul trouble. I'm guaranteed Westbrook tonight. I watch it tonight. He's gonna get them in foul trouble.
He's not doing much.
He is the guy, man. That's the best player in the NBA.
Rondo's big though.
What's the time?
Rondo's a big addition.
54 minutes.
Well,
54 minutes.
What Rondo does is that he puts guys in the right position to shoot threes. That's why the 3-point shooting's been up. Plus, there's no defense from him.
And plays elite defense still. See when you strip the ball out of your guy's hand. So give me that. Give me your lunch money.
You rely on Marcus Morris.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Rely on Marcus Morris and Rondo to make 5 out of 5.
McKeith. Get it right.
Markeith, whatever. Both of Morris are irrelevant.
No.
Both of them are irrelevant. I don't
Marcus
care.
is good.
Marcus is better than you, probably.
Yeah, but both of them are irrelevant.
Marcus is a bully, G. I love him. He's a
So
bully.
what? He's a bully.
Bully your boy Doncic. He's gonna bully him again. He's gonna slap around it. He's gonna upside the head again.
When Doncic sees him next time, he's
Porzingis.
slapping him, dad.
No.
We're gonna put him in a pose. We're gonna do
Like I said before, you have to be ready to. Like I said online, you have to be ready to fight. The Clippers are ready to fight. They're ready for any fight. Boxing fight, UFC fight, alleyways fight, in the house fight. Any type of fight, they're ready.
The Clippers think they're villains, but they've won nothing. You can't be a villain until you win.
They're my villains.
What villain has there been that hasn't won a battle?
Led by the great Kawhi.
Anyway, let's move on.
But anyways, we'll finish the pod with obviously the boxing. You know, I'll attach the link to the last episode. We'll break down the fight a bit. You know, our very own Bexy's own. Remember 2 weeks ago I said the same size on Bexy. This is Bexy's own Elliot, the killer whale, the blue whale. He faced Carl from Scotland, Arbor of Scotland, I think it was. I think because the other guy, McCulloch, he came down from 164, which is, I believe, he's that round. I think it was good for super middleweight because that's 168, and middleweight's 160. He came down, took a lot of weight, and he's in the best condition he's ever been. But you know, taking weight off you does take some energy and saps the energy out of you. And anyway, even though the guy started off fast and he hit Elliot a few times, and I thought this might be a long fight. But anyway, if you watch the fight closely, Elliot was tagging him to the body, tagging him at least 4 or 5 times before he killed him with a killer liver punch like they say in Hajim no Whipple. Woo! Counter punch to the body. His body broke down. That guy was therefore pissing blood. I mean, wow, it was, oh my lord, it was a great punch, and the fight was done. The guy just broke down, literally just broke down. He couldn't move. And like they say in boxing, attack the body and the head will fall. And it takes a brave man to attack the body, because when you attack the body, you're exposing yourself. You know what I mean? Because it takes you a while to cover your face. You attack the head, it's like, you know what I mean? And I love a committed body punch because there's so much benefit from doing it, but it takes a guy with balls to do it, and he did it. That's why I like Errol Spence so much, because he attacks your body so much. It's long. And that's what Mayweather did as well. If you're a fast fighter, tap you to the body, he'll slow you down. He'll slow you right down.
Except for Pacquiao.
You're running around. That's a strange.
That's a story for next episode. We're gonna go.
Again, they should have been a fight too. Yeah, they should have been.
So I'd like to see them fought earlier, but they didn't. But you know, that's a story. That could hold 2 episodes by itself.
To be fair, from what I saw from the world fight, is that body punch was, that was power, mate. He made him go down. The guy even said that, nah, it's had enough, fam.
He came up, but he went back down.
Like, nah, fam. I was like, nah, I don't want any parts of this. I don't want any parts of this guy. That was a big punch, you know. I'm looking forward to seeing more of his fights. That was an entertaining fight to watch.
We'll be on here soon.
We'll be in
this hot seat soon.
Yeah, it'd be nice to speak to him and see what his ambitions are and to see what the plan is. Lovely.
We're going to Vegas soon, baby. Go to Vegas. Yeah. Or New York, Madison Square Gardens, all the places, the bright lights. Come on. But yeah, literally, if you attack the body, there's so much real estate there. But it does take a brave man, because I see you expose yourself. I mean, what a fight, what a show. I mean, and yeah, that's a wrap. That's what I can say, baby.
Thank you for 2-Man Game with your host, Mellow May, Josh, and our guest,
Ruby.